Heyo, welcome to another episode of Sports Talk. I'm Mirza here with my brother Mustafa. Last time we did our podcast on the top 5 athletes. Pretty much what we think our favorite athletes are at the same time. Today we're going to do the most overrated athletes. Or the worst athletes we can think of. Do you want to start off the list or should I start off the list?
I'll start off the list.
Are we going from 5 to 1 or are we going to 1 to 5?
5 to 1. One will
Okay.
be the absolute worst.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start off the list. We did the best athletes we think. I chose athletes that compete in individual sports and that play in compete against the world. But for this, I'm gonna use the athletes I think are the worst. Doesn't matter if it's a team sport or individual sport. So let me get straight into number 5. Ben Simmons. I had to do it. I had to do Ben Simmons. He thought I wasn't going to do Ben Simmons.
But Ben Simmons averages like 20 points a game.
No, he averaged like 16 or 18 once in his career. He was good at the beginning. I'm not saying he's the worst player. There's a lot of worse players, but the potential he had, unfortunately, due to his back injury, what people are not taking serious, it's the potential he has. He didn't attempt to shoot and improve his jump shot.
I agree. I was going to throw Ben Simmons in there too. At number 5, actually. Exactly at number 5. So we'll stick to Ben Simmons at number 5. It's the 3 points that gets to me. Take the 3, bro.
Otherwise, he's not the worst NBA
No,
player.
here's the thing. In today's NBA, everyone's taking the 3. Anyone can take a 3. Just take the 3. It's not the end of the world.
Who's your fourth?
All right. My 4th, Bronny James. Bronny James is my 4th overrated player. Oh, here's why. Now, I said that with all respect. He's just starting off. He's a young guy. He's got a lot of pressure on him because, his dad's LeBron James. So I don't want to necessarily say he's overrated because a lot of it is just the hype around him. He might get better. He might not. But right now, he's not doing well. And for that reason, because all the hype's around him and it's not his fault, I'm going to put him as an overrated athlete.
All right, so number 4 for me. Number 4 for me would be... I might have to throw an NHL player in there.
Who?
I don't want to do this, but I might have to. It's going to be a former Toronto Maple Leafs. No, I'm not going to do this. I can't disrespect the Toronto Maple Leafs like that. So number 4, I'm going to go... See, they're so bad. I want to put him higher. But I'm going Cron Gracie. He should be... No. He should be higher. He should be worse.
I don't think anyone listening knows Cron Gracie.
That's why he's going number 4. Otherwise, he should be number 1. Worst UFC fighter I've ever seen. He can't do anything. Just YouTube 30 seconds of Cron Gracie. Watch the last 2 fights if you can manage to do that, and you'll realize it's just because no one's gonna know him, so I won't throw him number 1.
Number 4, I'm gonna go with Dylan Dennis.
You have
For
number
the-
4. This is 3.
Oh, this is number 3. Sorry, number 4 was Bronny James. Number 3, Dylan Dennis. I didn't even know he was an MMA fighter for the longest time. I honestly thought he was just part of Connor's crew. That's all I thought he was. Just a random friend in the crew. I didn't even know he was an MMA fighter.
I'm going Dylan Lance as well, so I had to cut you off so you can explain
Yeah.
the same reasons. He needs to fight. He doesn't fight. He's 2-0 or something in MMA, but he doesn't fight.
Yeah, I didn't even know that for the longest
Jiu-Jitsu wise,
time.
he's one of the best. I think he's like a 4-time world champ or something. But MMA wise, he's only fought twice. He hasn't lost, but he hasn't fought. He talks so much like he's the greatest fighter, but he hasn't fought. He's about to fight KSI. He's about to get knocked out. But yeah, that's another story. So I'm going to go... You can go number 2 first.
Okay. My number 2 most overrated athlete, I would say... Who would I put here? That's a tough one. I don't know who I would put here, actually.
You got to put Cron Gracie.
You know what? This kind of hurts me to say because I am a fan of this guy. This MMA fighter, Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz got to be one of the most overrated MMA fighters of all time. He keeps saying everyone he fights is garbage. Remember when they were listing him the champions? Yeah. Oh, Khabib's like, yeah, see, I don't want to fight anyone. You can't beat him. You can't beat anybody in the top. You beat Tony Ferguson on his way out, which was a sad fight. You got lucky against Conor. You are one of the most overrated fighters of all time. but I am a fan.
I know who you're gonna say number one, so I'm gonna leave it for you. It starts with Ben. I'm just gonna leave it there. So number 2 for me. Should I take him too? There's gonna be a lot of MMA fighters.
Yeah, I don't want to put it. Okay, the one he's talking about, I would have put Ben Askren there. But hold on, I might not. Because
number 2, I'm going Ben Askren then. I'm going Ben Askren. He's trash. Once again, no one's gonna know him unless you watch MMA. That's the thing. But he's a little more known than Kron Gracie. He sucks. Oh, since he came to UFC, now I don't know his past UFC thing. He's a cross sniffer, as Jorge Masvidal likes to say. If you tune into MMA, you want to see some exciting fights. You don't want to see people sniffing crotches. But that's what he does. So, he's number 2 for me. I can go number 1 if you can't think of right now.
Go for number 1.
Anthony Bennett. Former first overall pick. Cleveland Cavaliers. The most overrated basketball player. I'm hoping it's not because of injuries. He only got to play a few seasons. I don't know why. Like, he went overseas. I'm assuming he's just not good enough. How can you go number 1 and in like 2-3 seasons be out the NBA? For a number 1 pick. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, that's true. I've never seen that. But I might have a number 1 pick that tops that. Give me a sec. You know what? I was thinking of somebody else, but it's got to be Ben Askren. The absolute most garbage MMA fighter I've ever seen in my life. Can't even throw a punch. Just an absolute garbage MMA fighter. Somehow the UFC traded one of the greatest MMA fighters in Demetrius Johnson for Ben Askren. What a horrible trade. And because of that trade, he's number 1 on my list. You got rid of one of the greatest fighters ever to ever fight in MMA for one of the worst fighters I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
That's why I tell you had to put Ben Askren.
Yeah.
But
I forgot. I wasn't going to put him, but then I remembered the Demetrius Johnson trade.
If I was to redo the list, I would put Anthony Bennett and Kron Gracie as 1A and 1B. Because they're so trash, both of them. They're so trash, like...
Oh, man.
They're worse than Ben Askren. Kron Gracie is worse than Ben Askren.
Yeah. See, I didn't put a lot of the team sport people because just to get drafted is very difficult. You need to be good. I had to throw Ben Simmons in just because he can't shoot a 3. For some reason, I never understood that. No one should be guarding anybody from under the paint. Like, unless you're like Shaq, but then Shaq's going to be in the paint anyways,
Russell Westbrook gets guarded sometimes from behind the 3-point line.
Listen, when this guy averages a triple-double, you call me. Don't ever compare him to Russell Westbrook.
No, Russell Westbrook's better, but I'm saying some people can't, like, they leave Draymond Green open.
Draymond Green has 4 championships. Again, you bring up a name that has some accolades. Anyways, that's the only reason I threw in Ben Simmons. But yeah, Ben Askren, number 1. Let us know what you guys think of the most overrated athletes. They don't have to be these bad, like, lower-end athletes. Although Ben Simmons is actually really good. They can be, like, good athletes, but they just never lived up to the hype. Let us know what you guys think, and thank you for listening.